I'm calling up on the screen right now the latest opinion poll data by Yashwant Deshmukh's team for Madhya Pradesh, which seems to suggest at this moment, Yashwant, that the Congress has its neck in front, not by very much. Also, the fact that the BJP has come up with the Ladli Bahina scheme, they've reduced the prices of LPG, some of these freebies, the reveries decried ordinarily by the Prime Minister, seem to have helped the BJP recover some lost ground. That's the state of play at this moment. How do you see the election shape from here in Madhya Pradesh? Yashwant Deshmukh.
Well, one thing is sure that we are going to see a lot of keener contests everywhere, Rahul. The number crunching is still going on, so I would like to wait for the final results for me to have a look at them and then comment on them. But largely speaking, when we did the last round, it was very clear that on the few states, the state anti-incumbency sentiment was building up well, barring the state of Chhattisgarh, and that remains to be seen. What is even more important for me to observe and see if there is any different trend that is emerging in Telangana, because post the victory of Congress in Karnataka, they were quite upbeat as far as Telangana state was concerned. Telangana was supposed to be BJP's second state in the south, as their aggression was in the last few years. It remains to be seen how this plays out, whether Congress displaces BJP as the principal opposition, how much damage the TRS gets. So that is also a very important state to observe. And of course, people don't talk about much in the Northeast in the national elections, but Mizoram is all important state to observe. Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, these three states will be updating and having a look at that, whether the trends have changed from our last round,
okay,
or whether they are...
So we will have the next round of polling done by C-Voter out across India today in the next few days as Yashwant and his team compile those data sets for us. Sanjay Kumar, on Madhya Pradesh, there is a sense of fatigue which is visible in the numbers with the government of Chief Minister Shivraj Singh. However, after being in power for more than 16 years, it is only inevitable that there will be a certain amount of anti-incumbency. The question is, with all these new ideas, fielding MPs, ministers, trying to shake things up in Madhya Pradesh, whether the BJP will be able to stir the pot enough to get rid of the anti-incumbency, or do you think anti-incumbency is built up to a level that Kamal Nath this time will be able to lead the Congress to power in Madhya Pradesh? What's your reading?
Rahul, my own reading is that there is no strong anti-incumbency against Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Yes, but you use the word fatigue. Fatigue is the right word to be used. What is happening, what I see on the ground in Madhya Pradesh. Fatigue, in a Hindi word, I want to use uban, in a sense, just a desire for change. Enough is enough. Bahut ho gaya. Bahut lambe samay rahe. So, but strong anti-incumbency, I strongly differ that there is no strong anti-incumbency, but there is a fatigue and there is a desire among the voters that let's change. It has been too long. And I think Shivraj Singh Chauhan has been able to make a recovery. If I look at what has happened during last 8 to 10 months, if elections were held 1 year ago, I think my own reading was that Congress was much ahead. But I think Shivraj Singh Chauhan has been able to make inroads, make a comeback.
And do you think in that context, the BJP's strategy of not projecting Shivraj Singh Chauhan, adding so many other faces, actually takes away some of that fatigue, the thakan that you speak about, because voters also may start thinking that maybe Shivraj won't be the face, and therefore, if they vote for the BJP, somebody else may have a chance this time and it won't be the Mamaji?
No, absolutely. It is a good strategy if I look at from BJP's point of view, that it takes away some of the fatigue among the voters because they are looking for a change.
Okay. From Madhya Pradesh, let's go across to Telangana. Yashwant Deshmukh spoke of Telangana. Telangana is the one state where the BRS was seen as being in the lead. We'll have the poll data out for you. The BRS was seen as being in the lead. However, after the Karnataka victory of the Congress's fortunes have been bolstered, even though current data seems to suggest, Yashwant, that there still is a reasonably substantial gap between the K. Chandrasekhar Rao government and the Congress. Why has the BJP's vote share fallen from where they'd reached in previous polls? And do you think the BRS is likely to be able to maintain the edge enough to go across the finishing line, or is the Congress's campaign gaining adequate momentum to actually be able to beat the BRS? Yashwant?
I was not able to hear to your word. I mean, there was some audio issues. Can you just repeat the
question? So my
question,
Yashwant, was on Telangana, where it seems, there is visible anti-incumbency against the BRS government. And remember, of the 5 trackers that we're running, the maximum anti-incumbency is visible against the government in Telangana. Point number 2, the BRS still has a pretty substantial edge in the state of Telangana, with the Congress coming in at second, but with a fair 4 to 6% vote share gap. So the question is, will the BRS be able to maintain the lead, or do you think the Congress's campaign is gaining momentum, that as we come closer to polling, the Congress may ultimately be able to triumph? Or do you think it's much too late in the day because their campaign really started in all earnest after the Karnataka results came out?
If I remember correctly, in our MOTN poll for the India Today, we had clearly said that the Telangana mood is changing big time, and the vote share at that point of time, the way we have calculated, clearly shown that Congress is on the uprise over there. Whether the same uprise can be seen even in the assembly election, that remains to be seen, number 1. Number 2 would be very important to see what kind of strategy the ruling party adopt, because we know for sure the CM has been pulling this election purely on his popularity for last 2 rounds, but there was a certain degree of welfare schemes coming into the play as far as Telangana was concerned. But having said that, we have also seen in the MOTN survey of India Today that the anger against the micro level, anger against the state level and the CM has been actually on higher than the anger against at the top. So it was an inverted pyramid of sorts in that way as far as Telangana was concerned, which was coming out to be very different from all other states.
Okay, so, and also remember that in Telangana there was a growing sense, as I welcome Shehzad Poonawalla of the Bharatiya Janata Party, that the BRS and the BJP were fighting in tandem. No matter what the BJP says in public and officially, in Telangana, the subterranean sense was that there seems to be some kind of a fixed match. It is to counter that perception very strongly that the Prime Minister at his last rally in Telangana said very clearly and in public that K. Chandrasekhar Rao actually wanted to join the NDA and wanted to come on board. Remember, the BRS denies this very strongly. They're in fact saying after this, nobody will want to speak to the Prime Minister in public, because how can he go and make these claims in public? This is electioneering, and because the Prime Minister meets people in confidence, he ought not to be making claims about what they said in private.